and welcome to the first ever online edition of the ForumZ event series. This time organized by the Impresso project, the National Library of Luxembourg, and C2DH, the Luxembourgish Center for Contemporary and Digital History. My name is Martin Düring. I'm the coordinator of the Luxembourgish part of the Impresso project. To those of you who are not yet familiar with the concept behind ForumZ, it is an initiative by C2DH to reach out to Luxembourgish society and to discuss historical research topics with everyone who is interested in history. Usually, we would do this at different venues all over the country of Luxembourg. Our plan for today was to be in the premises of the National Library. However, due to the corona crisis, we had to change our plan and make this an online-only event. This means today we're not only speaking to people living in Luxembourg, but to people all over the world, as we have seen from the registration lists. So welcome all of you, and we look forward to spending the afternoon with you. Today we will speak about digitized historical newspapers, and we'll take different angles to discuss them. We'll begin with a guided tour of the Impresso interface that we have developed as part of the project in the last 2.5 years. But this is not an ordinary demo where we show you what the interface looks like and how it works. Today we have the opportunity to have our colleagues in natural language processing and in design to tell a little bit more about how they have provided the data that we display in the interface, how they have shaped the design process, and which challenges they encountered along the way. After the presentation, there will be time for questions, and we'll take at 3 o'clock a short break and give you the opportunity to try your hand at our fake news quiz. Are you able to determine whether an article that we display was actually printed in a newspaper, or is it fake news that we created using artificial intelligence on a dataset extracted from historical newspapers? We'll continue with a presentation by our partner, the National Library in Luxembourg. They will speak to us about their own digital research strategy, how they're working on data repositories based on historical newspapers, and they will give us a sneak preview of their forthcoming interface for historical newspapers. We'll take another short break and then continue with the workshops. In the first workshop, we will revisit the Impresso interface and show you some more advanced features that we believe are powerful and useful when it comes to exploring historical newspaper data. We'll continue with the second workshop based on the Ranke 2 learning platform, where we'll revisit the idea of digital source criticism, and our colleague Stefano Scagliola has prepared a very nice workshop setup that will be based on a lesson we created on digital newspapers, but also reaching out in the ambition a bit farther to talk about digital source criticism more generally. Now, everyone who is hearing us now should have registered through Eventbrite, should have signed a non-disclosure agreement, and provided you want to participate in the workshops, received a username and a password. If you're willing to participate to the workshop and you have not received your username and password, please write to us in the chat and we'll address your questions there. The same goes for any questions you may have alongside the presentations. Simply put the questions in the chat and we'll address them after the presentations.